Now let's just talk about video games a second, because that's how I became aware of you. I'd seen the video online. A friend of mine had said, have you seen this girl? And I was like, oh my God, I need to play this on the radio. It was an instant love for me with this song. What gave you the idea for the song initially? How was it inspired?
Well, it was really like, it was a lot like all the other songs I had written, which were just sort of piano and voice and not too spectacular, just more about the everyday way that things are, which kind of in the end after like 10 years of writing is what made me happiest to write about in the end. Sort of nothing too fantasy based, just sort of documenting the way things used to go, and I felt like I was sort of journaling through my songs. And I don't know, this was just Justin Parker and I were in London at, I think Sony Studios, and I was just, he had 3 chords that reminded him of me, and I just sort of started swinging back and forth with my words, like swinging in the backyard, pull up in your fast car, and just kind of rhyming it out. And I always know what I want to sing whenever I feel moved, which isn't very often, but when I do, it comes to me really clearly. And it's a funny thing.
The video is also just so beautiful. It was instantly striking, and I watched it on repeat, like again and again, and it's just such a simple idea. Yeah, I love just all the old references, and it's just a really atmospheric video that I think is extremely moving, and it's also kind of refreshing in a time in the music industry where people have to splash out and spend millions making videos, and you've just kind of cut together this beautiful little montage of lovely things that move you, I guess.
Well, thank you. I mean, that was why when you reached out to me, I was so grateful. And, when you played video games on the radio, it meant so much to me, because when I made that song and when I made that video, I really felt like I did it my way. Like they say, necessity is the father of invention. And, I really at the time was just guided by my intuition, like when it came to making that video, just putting clips together of things that moved me and that made me that I thought were beautiful, and when you said you liked the video and the song, it meant a lot, because to me my editing of the video and my writing of the song was sort of personal, and I felt like there wasn't too much of a direction for either one. It was just kind of like a very small window into a day. And I always hoped that song would translate, and that was something I could sing live all over Europe, and not have to sing something else that I felt like didn't have integrity or that wasn't right for me. And so now that I can do that, it's a good thing.